He's looking unsure of himself. He's being forced to come out and say this. He doesn't know what he's doing right now. And Padma is smiling. Padma follows foreign affairs more than I do. But, you know, Padma, the fact is nobody told VK Singh to go out and tweet about duty and disgust yesterday. I mean, this is the biggest running joke in a long time that I have seen here. I mean, what is this government doing?
And then to blame it all on the media, of course. It's convenient to blame it on the media.
Yeah, it's convenient to blame it on the media because when he said yesterday, he put out people should go back on his Twitter timeline and see what he put out. At about 10 o'clock, he was clearly watching the Newshour. He couldn't take the criticism. He realized he'd blundered and he put out tweets yesterday saying, this is the definition of duty and this is the definition of disgust. He did not say he's disgusted at the media. He was obviously disgusted at having to do this duty. That's the only logical inference. His disgust was with his own duty at this time. Nalin wants to respond here. Nalin, you know, after having goofed up to say the media was hyperventilating when he was hyperventilating on Twitter is a little rich. Nalin Kohli. And Sanjay also wants to come in. Yes. Nalin, you'd like to comment?
Mr. Goswami.
Yes.
His tweets as also followed up by his statement now. It's now, if you would like to interpret it in another way, you're entitled.
Well, there were 5 tweets at 10 o'clock last night on duty and disgust. Sanjay Jha.
Let me finish it.
Come on.
You decided, Mr. Goswami, you decided that his duty was targeted to himself and his disgust was targeted to another event.
Certainly not.
He has merely put it out in the public space.
No,
what the duty was and where the disgust was.
No, one second. If you are performing your duty,
I can say,
okay, here's a question.
I'm not an expert of body language.
Here's a question. Nalin Kohli, you know you've goofed up.
But all I can say, Mr. Goswami,
Nalin Kohli, tell me one thing. A logical question to you. A logical question to you, Nalin Kohli. Nalin Kohli, we all do our duties. No, one second. If VK Singh was doing his duty, my simple question is, if VK Singh was doing his duty,
if everyone in the country did their duties, this would be a lovely country. The whole idea is for everyone to do it.
I began by saying that I can only empathize with the embarrassment that you are facing today at the confusion within your own government. I won't go into it, but I'd say this, that if a minister does his duty, he doesn't tweet about it. When a minister does his duty and tweets about it, he is intending to communicate to a larger audience the fact that he was forced to do it. No. The fact that he was forced to do it. Sanjay Jha.
Hyperventilation, as he himself has used the word, Mr. Goswami.
You don't have to be a genius to know that when the Minister of State for External Affairs tweets late in the night a series of tweets using very strong terms and is now holding a press conference at prime time, it's very obvious that he's got a communication strategy right now to deflect from the embarrassment and the humiliation that has already happened on this government. And whether he's being fronted, he's being forced to attend that ceremony, where he apparently looked in a very good mood, by the way. I mean, that's another story altogether. But the truth is that the BJP government is clearly caught on the wrong foot. And I think that's something that Nalin, no matter how much you try as a spokesperson to spin it, is frankly already boomerang.
And the point is, as Maruf pointed out when he came in the first time,
actually, you can't spin the truth. The small difference, Mr. Jha, is you don't spin the truth. The truth is simply stated.
No, I don't know whether you know otherwise what the spelling of truth
matters that you could spin.
A problem.
So I mean, I will grant that as a great skill to you, sir.
I reciprocate the compliment, Nalin.
No, you used to laugh at the Congress party for running governance on Twitter. In this case, Maruf, the definition of disgust that he put out was disgust to offend the moral sense, principle and taste of. Disgust to sicken or fill with loathing. Surely a minister, if he wanted to say, I am disgusted with the media criticizing me, or I am disgusted with the fact that Maruf Raza is taking me on Newshour, because by his own admission he went back and he was watching the Newshour last night, then he could have gone on to say, I am actually disgusted with the media, but he didn't. He spoke about duty in a generic sense, disgust in a generic sense. The only reference point was the fact. Now you know the reality.
Statement, not a specific statement.
Okay. So let me be more specific. Let's run the pictures of VK Singh at the Pakistan High Commission yesterday. 7:30 to 8 o'clock, the man is there. He comes back home. He leaves in 7 minutes. He's obviously upset and angry. Look at his body language out there. It's sheepish. He realizes he's goofed up. He also is made to stand there and Basit makes a speech. Basit is standing there next to him. He doesn't know what's going on. The minister leaves in a hurry. And he realizes, as he spends more time in the event, Maruf, the minister realizes that the Pakistanis have actually caught him in what is a massive PR event for them. The government's goofed up. It realized it's goofed up. After that, he comes back home and he starts watching the Newshour. At 10 o'clock, around the time we were wrapping up the debate, he starts tweeting, saying duty, disgust, clearly he was on the back foot, and he was responding to a larger audience, to his own followers on Twitter yesterday, about the fact that he was only doing a duty. He didn't intend to go there. He was batting for himself. Look at his body language when he stood with Basit, that he was not prepared to be made to stand there on stage.
I think you kind of summed it up beautifully. But I think what has happened is, I mean, whatever Mr. Kohli may say, and I have great regard for Mr. Kohli and his debating skills, but the point at issue is that if you're out in the mountains and you're going to talk of cold air, it is too much of a coincidence. You're not going to go out in the desert heat and talk about mountainous air. You're going to be, I mean, so his tweets were coming in consonance with the event that he was part of.
Exactly.
It's too much of a coincidence that he starts tweeting at 10 at night after the Pakistani High Commission event. If he had done it before the event, then even I would have been able to give him a few points to say that he's disgusted, but he's doing his duty, and his body language shows that. But interestingly, there is also a photograph of General V.K. Singh on Hindustan Times today, which shows that he is perfectly looking very much at ease and happily laughing away with Mr. Basit on a sofa.
And
so
I want
not
to,
entirely that
and
the
I want
was
to,
grumpy at the function.
And I want
the larger point.
I also want to. No, one second, Maruf, let me share one thing. I want to say one thing.
The BJP government, Ornab, the larger point, Ornab, the BJP, Ornab, my one point, that the BJP-led government is a divided house today.
On Pakistan.
V.K. Singh has exposed the fact that the government is a divided house. There is no clarity on its Pakistan policy. They're trying to do all the right things, but deep inside there is a certain degree of resentment. And this resentment is one step forward, one step back. It is an embarrassment for India that we have not got, after so many years, because of a whole lot of peaceniks in South Bloc, which are leading the way for our ministers to have a more accommodative approach to a state that sponsors global terror. And that is the embarrassment.
Mr. Raza, I'd like to add a counter viewpoint, and Mr. Goswami, if you will permit me, two or three things. Let's only deconstruct what has been said on the show.
I'm listening,
Just a moment. Yes, thank you. So what my point is, the first you say is that he goes there with great discomfort. Within the same program, we are discussing how he was not ill at ease, which photographs in the newspaper are there. I'm only deconstructing all that. Second, you say he watched the Newshour, then he put out the tweets. So therefore, if he's pointing out, I don't know whether it is also guided against the Newshour in any way. His point is...
So here's a... No, 1 second, 1 minute. No, Nalin Kohli. Nalin, go back. Nalin Kohli. 1 second.
A speech by the High Commissioner or the Ambassador with a minister there, the playing of the anthems, is very standard. I have never seen it out of routine
Nalin Kohli, just 2 points. We'll wrap this up. Go back to the debate on 66A. I placed 2 things. I didn't know he was watching the Newshour. Today he says, in an interview to Srinjoy Chaudhary, he says, I'm very upset with Times Now. I'm very upset with Ornab, right, at the criticism, etc. But go back and see, and I request all viewers right now to go back to the VK Singh timeline and look at his initial series of tweets, which he puts out at about 10:02, 10:05, 10:06, right? He puts those tweets out. In none of those tweets is there a reference to the media. If he was upset with Times Now and Newshour and the media, he should have said, my disgust is not with what duty I had to perform. My disgust is with the media, or my anger is with Times Now, or I am upset with Ornab. Maruf, he didn't say that. He put it generically. Then 1 hour later, when all hell had broken loose, you go back to the timeline. 1 hour later, 1 hour later.
Therefore, if it's open to interpretation by you, his statement is also open to interpretation by what he would like to say.
No, it is not.
So I think a statement that's open for interpretation is open both ways.
Nalin Kohli, you know, in this case, why did VK Singh see merit in sending those cryptic messages that in the given context would have snowballed into a controversy? He knows it would have snowballed into a controversy. Maybe he wasn't in a frame of mind. Maybe he was too upset at that time. He just sent out the tweets. Now, you made him do a press conference. But realize one thing. Realize your entire Pakistan policy is now under question. Yeah, please.
That's also a possibility. You choose your medium of communication based on who you might want to reach out to.
I just want to say that what Maruf said earlier about a divided house, it's very apparent It's very apparent that's what it is. Perhaps he's been set up. He's not popular within the party. There are many enemies out there ready to somehow or the other scuttle his ambitions. And this was it was an opportunity that they couldn't miss. And the man is not cut out for politics, period. He has no business to be in politics. He's an embarrassment to the party. So it's quite possible that he was set up.
Since we are on the debate,
it is an ideal opportunity to show him up.
The reason why this government has gone flip-flop is because Narendra Modi's government's foreign policy with Pakistan has been dictated under US pressure.
I have a quick point to make.
US pressure is primarily dictating the relationship, and now with the PDP government in Jammu and Kashmir, you will find the complete U-turn on Pakistan. And a manifestation of that was yesterday evening. The
fact is what has happened today, Padma, and I want to share some insensitive information here. I first want to say one thing. Nalin, I'll tell you. Nalin, first of all, the news about VK Singh offering to resign, was being given out pro bono by a lot of people extremely close to VK Singh in his inner circle. They were putting the news out right at the time when Narendra Modi was having this meeting. This is classic VK Singh strategy of putting pressure, if required, on the own Prime Minister. One. Second, the government since yesterday has not defended his visit, nor has it acknowledged it sent VK Singh as the official representative. First, the government gave a wishy-washy response on Pakistan hosting the separatists. Despite all the outcry, sent him to represent the government. What VK Singh is saying tonight, if some PMO officials ask me to go, come on, stand up for me. I'm the one facing the flag. You didn't stand up for him. And that's why he's spreading this news that I'm going to resign. Padma, quick word. We want to move to the 66A debate after that.
A very quick point. At the external affairs briefing a few days ago, the spokesman was asked specifically about whether the Hurriyat is going to attend, who is going to attend. The External Affairs Ministry spokesman said, wait and watch for surprises, right? Now, I'd like to say, if this was the surprise, if the government had some sort of a, very crafty strategy in its mind by sending the Deputy Foreign Affairs Minister to the reception, then the government should have doubly ensured that the person it sends, whoever it sends as a representative, keeps that crafty strategy, whatever that may have been vis-a-vis Pakistan relations, well under wraps, and does not let him go and tweet all over the place. The minute you tweet, the minute you go on Facebook, you're opening yourself up to the public and the media.
Okay.
It's too late to then turn around and say that,
I want to come in on that, Mr.